...2005s have always been a strong group coming through the academy. They've done very well in competitive tournaments as well. But as you know, the most important thing for us is to get the best individuals through and give them a chance of a professional contract, which every one of them's earned. So Liam Harvey's a striker who's come through the academy system. He first came in on trial at under 11s. He wasn't signed then. He used his action plan that we gave him to go away, and with Elgin City and Robbie Hope and his team of coaching staff, managed to use the information that he had to really push himself on and earn himself the right to come back in again at under 13s. And Liam typically is a powerful, quick goal scorer who's really worked hard over the last 16 to 18 months in particular to develop his all-round technique and earn himself a professional contract here, and one that we're certainly excited about because he scores a lot of goals and everyone wants to see a young player who scores goals. So Blessing Uluyemi is a player similar to Liam Harvey who's been involved in the Scotland setup so far. Blessing's a very good stature from Old Meldrum and has always impressed Gordon Marshall, Thomas Cherney in his goalkeeping department. Blessing is someone who's been involved in training with our full-time professional goalkeepers for a good while now, and has also come through that 2005 age group to earn himself a contract. So Timmy Fatona, he's a really exciting one for us, and Timmy is somebody who has combined his athletics with his football all the way through his academy time. Timmy I think he's up there as one of the quickest 100 and 200 metres in the country, if not the UK. Really good recovery. He plays typically for us as a fullback, but very modern day in terms of his pace to get up and his pace to recover. And Timmy represents not only his family, but he's also been at Albine School. And Dylan's a really creative, what we typically call now a number 10. He's an attacking midfielder, really good from set plays. And Dylan has probably never changed ever since he was 8 years old when he first came into this academy at the pre-academy. He plays exactly as he did then. He's like a little street footballer, wants to excite, wants to try tricks, and has a great work ethic in terms of his practice. Jamie Shingler is a different one for us because Jamie was somebody who's been in and out of our system here at the academy, having been in and out as a trialist with Dice Boys Club over many years. And he then moved to Thistle Boys Club in Newborough, and he's been working really hard with Gordon Marshall, Thomas Cherney and the goalkeeping staff, and Jamie has really earned himself a contract in this last year. He played in goals with the under-16s last year as well, and just his attitude and his willingness never to give up has earned himself a one-year deal here at Aberdeen. So Finlay Murray, another one who tends to perform at school, and also another one who's been involved in the Scotland setup so far. A centre-half, really good stature, really good attitude in terms of his practice and willingness to improve. He showed good leadership qualities so far throughout. He's also been one of the captains coming through the academy, and another one who attends the Scottish FA Performance School. And Finlay comes from Stonehaven Boys Club, which I know at the time we signed at under 11s were incredibly proud of him, and rightly so. And Blair McKenzie shows that there's another different route for us. Blair came from Hutchie Vale Boys Club, which we've managed to recruit players from in the past down in Edinburgh. And Blair McKenzie's someone who played left back coming through, and we've kept our eye on him for the last few years, and he's now grown into being a really tall centre half. He was really sought after across the country and had a number of offers from various football clubs. And I think for us, we felt this is a real achievement that Blair chose to come to Aberdeen, because we didn't put a lot of pressure on Blair's decision. We wanted Blair to be somebody who wanted to come here to learn, to develop, and he chose us because of the family feel and how he was treated, and also his experience up here in terms of the landladies that we use. He was at Rob and Moira Ferns, and just the whole setup of Aberdeen and how he was made to feel so welcome was the reason he chose us. And we've given Blair an action plan already. We want to develop him into someone that we think could go on to be a really top centre-half here at Aberdeen. Adam Emsley's another one who's been involved in the Scotland setup. He made his debut against Australia in the year above. And Adam's someone that I think excites you. He wants to take players on. He can come off the left side or the right side. Really exciting, scores a lot of goals and gets a lot of assists, and has typically been a really strong player who's grown in confidence throughout his time through the academy. Every one of the boys has been involved in the 18s on that we've mentioned there, and you know, because the way the pandemic was, we didn't have any under 17 games at all, and they all just got thrown straight in. And I think it was the first game of the new season. I think we had 7 of those boys who were 15 years old in that team that day against Hearts. And Blair McKenzie, you know, from Edinburgh, was up on trial at that point. He was the youngest player on the pitch. He got thrown into there against players 2, maybe 3 years older than him. That's what we're about here. You know, you'll see it first team all the way down, I hope, from this season onwards. And you know, young boys are going to get thrown in there to see what they're made of. You know, with our investment now, with having Scott Anderson and Barry Robson working full time with that group of players, it was really important. And then with Simi above that, to hopefully get the ones that we believe are ready to go out on loan, to find them opportunities to get minutes. I think we've got a really exciting model for this new crop of players to come in, and I think it's also a chance to celebrate, you know, all the academy staff who've worked with all these young players over the years, from right down at the pre-academy to all the guys who've come through, the physios who've got them back on track, to the sports scientists, to the education officers, every single person. And I think no one person should ever take credit for a young player at Aberdeen. I think they could tell you they've maybe got 15 to 20 people who've worked with them if they've come all the way through the academy system. So it's a collective effort from everyone, and everyone's going to look forward to following their next step. Under 18s come in, and as you know, we get straight onto testing to see how they are first of all. But I'm pretty sure with our off-season programme that our sports science teams have given them, they'll come in and they'll just want to hit the ground running, especially with the year that we've had. So we're looking forward to seeing them all on Monday, and you know, Barry will demand the standards and the high level of intensity that he always requires. So no, they've all had a taste of that because they've been in at the 18s already.